Good morning. It's Shantae with the brown sugar talks and the black unicorns. Okay, so um, your competition isn't other people. Your competition is procrastination, your ego, the unhealthy food that you are consuming, the knowledge you neglect, the negative behavior you're nurturing, and lack of creativity. Compete against that. Okay, so when I wrote this letter, I think I wrote something about competition, but the only competition I was having was with myself. And a lot of people would be like trying to actually put me against myself. Like it'd be like they knew stuff about my past, and so if I did something in the future that was different, they would like try to make it seem like I was like counteracting myself, or I didn't know who I was, or whatever. So it was like this situation where I was like these people, these men, they don't want me to change because that's who it was I was talking to on the phone. So when somebody would call, I had one guy, Eric Terrell. He'll call. I don't want y'all to get him mixed up with Eric Bishop. I just be wanting to let y'all know that. Even though I don't know Eric Bishop like that, but I'm just praying that he don't be like this. But anyway, so he would call and he'd say, yeah, you think all guys, you treat all guys the same. It's like, no, I don't. I don't, because every guy has a different personality. And I didn't realize that at that time I was like, I had to take this test, and it was like, that's when I found out it was like 15% of people with my personality. And so he said, so he's assuming that I'm just like everybody else he met. So he's like, yeah, yeah, every guy you meet, you're going to treat him the same. It's like, no, I don't. I really don't. And that was because they had already been recording and writing down everything about me as far as the sex thing goes. So let me tell you how it became stupid, because it was like, well, your competition is your procrastination. They start taking away all the ideas. They start listening to the phone calls, creating those businesses, all this different stuff. Still taken away from me. Nobody ever came back and gave me anything. Nobody came back and said, thank you, Shantae. Even when they took the app, they had, I don't know who hacked my computer. If you had access, then you knew how to get to me, right? So it's like, okay, well, thank you. Thank you. Here goes a few ends to break off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Here goes something for you. Here goes, anything that would have helped me. Money would have helped, because I was struggling. I was like getting up 4 o'clock in the morning trying to take care of my son. Like just anything could help. So anyway, nothing. And then I thought about the story about how a Hispanic man, after this black man tore me down, like I'm not going to, so then another guy comes and he's like, I'm going to help you out, and he was in a bad situation himself too. And that's not why I was. It was just like, I felt like I had a lot of pain in me. And I was already talking to the Eric Terrell guy on the phone. So I feel like I had more feelings for Eric Terrell than I did for this guy in front of me. And so that was a hard decision for me, because I had already shared all this personal stuff with this guy, Eric Terrell. So anyway, once I get to that point, like where I'm just like, I don't know what to do at this point. Here comes this Hispanic guy, and it took him a few months to convince me. He was like, you can, because I was still having to work 2 jobs. I had a contract job, and I had which would allow me to have a salary over the summer, and I had a job that I would just like do every day, like working at Central Market. So I love working at Central Market. I really did. Like, I'm so serious, because I made a not a lot of money, but it was just like like me, I like experience, I like food, I like people. It just had everything in one, And people would tell me about different things, different events and stuff like that, art shows. Like, it was just like a connection for me to everything I wanted to do. Entertainment, where the jazz night would be, just all these different things. So I really did enjoy it. So anyway, get to this point. So I had this Hispanic man that sees in me that I want to be a teacher. That's all he did. He asked me that. He said, what you want to do? I said, I want to be a teacher. I got to get my teacher certificate, but I got to go back to school at some point. So I did. I had to go back to VRI. I went to Argosy University too. So Argosy and DeVry, I think they kind of in the same bit. No, I don't know. Somehow I ended up going to both of them, DeVry and Argosy. So I went to those just to like kind of make up my credits. But again, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So let me get to the point. I had this Hispanic man of a different culture that built me up, right? That was like, I'm investing in you. I'm investing the time, the money, the effort, everything, so you can be so you can go where you want to go. Okay. So then we break up, right? And he's still a friend of mine, but he get a girlfriend. He like, well, I can't really talk to you like I used to because I got a girlfriend. Like, okay, that's cool. You see? Then I have a white man come along, and he's like, he don't want to invest in me. He just want me to do one thing. You see, I can't sing. He just want me to do his face. He just want me to put makeup on his face. Like, why would I do that? Like, I can sing too, you know. He never wanted me to go to open mic night. Or when I went to open mic night, it'll always be some situation where we had to hurry up and leave because after he sings, everything is over. You know, he just shut the house down when he sings. So I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on. So I still don't. I'm still like, okay, I'm just going to get my life together. So, I don't know, after that, you know, I run into the African guy. And it feel like, okay, now he want to build. Nobody ever wants to do anything. Like, that's the whole thing what I'm telling y'all. It's like, it took a whole different culture, again, for that person to recognize and help me understand how gorgeous I was, or how smart I was, or how, whatever it was. Not to say that I was dependent on them. That wasn't it. It's just like, sometimes you just want somebody there, too, to help validate you. Somebody there, too, to invest in you. And so even when I came back home and I was trying to invest in other people, like doing the same thing that this guy helped me do, because he said, pass it on. You know, pass it on, pass it on, pass it on. I try to pass it on, and somehow black men start to think that that's just like a sucker move. Like, this is something that that I have to do, or like, you know, like this is how you get over on somebody. All this different stuff. Like, it's like a game. Like, it's just like, yeah, we gonna cut her down. It's like, but you don't even have to deal with me. You could go and deal with all the other people you want to deal with. You see? And so that's the part that's always perplexing to me. It's like, because I ain't never do nothing to you. I'm just like, I didn't do nothing to you. All I did was talk to you on the phone. What did I say to you that was so bad? You know, was it that bad? And it wasn't. Wasn't nothing I was saying bad. If you heard Jada Pinkett Smith say it, you know, you feel all right about it. Y'all feel like it's the sweetest shit ever. That was me. So that's all I'm saying. It's like, man, I don't know what y'all doing or what, like how y'all got the game messed up or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just something going on, and I don't know. At first, I went to like kind of solve the problem. Then I thought about it. I was like, girl, what you trying to solve people's complications for? Like, you don't know nothing about these people. And the first time I went, like, I started shouting this because I was so happy to be alive. Just knowing that these men followed me that far in my life. Just continuously following me, fucking with me. Y'all did all that for me to end up with nothing. Just so y'all could have the ideas and whatever y'all wanted from me. Just so y'all could pay for my house like I'm a hoe. Or not pay for my house at all like I'm a hoe. Put me out there like I'm a hoe. And it's like, all this time, that's all y'all wanted to do is just make me into a hoe? You know, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get that I even made you feel that small and insignificant. Most of the time, I just stayed to myself and stayed away from people. And so that's the whole thing. It's like, at what point did I actually degrade you to that point where you had to feel like you had to put your hands on me or rape me or put me down or turn me up or whatever y'all was trying to do? It just be like, man, that shit hurt. Because it's like, I don't feel that way. I don't hate black men enough to do that. You see what I'm saying? I don't hate you. I hate people for what they did to me, but I don't hate you. I don't. It ain't nothing in me that do. And so the man is just like, I don't know. Even though I can say it though, I do. Some days I get up, I'm so angry. the pain is so hard that's how it is. And I guess this time, like, just realizing what the fuck was going on, like, just realizing that it wasn't me. And I already knew it wasn't me, but it's like it actually came to a point now where it's just like, girl, you been letting all this shit trip you out, and it really ain't even you. You not the person that's giving them this false ass information. You not this person that's clumping your life into this bullshit. You not that person. You not the person giving anybody the summary of yourself. It'll almost be like I go out with a guy and then somebody call him and be like, man, that girl is this, this, and the other. And I'm sitting in front of him eating with a fork and a spoon, and this nigga telling him, man, that bitch eat with her fingers. She eat off the floor. She stick. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, and this man is like sitting across from me. Like, they just believe in everything this man's saying. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sitting right there looking at him. I'm sitting right there talking to him. I'm sitting right there giving him my rhetoric. And this man is on the phone. Man, you can't believe her. You can't trust none. She do. You see what I'm saying? She a grimy. She like to be raped. It's just like, it was a lot. And so, that's why I'm like, I don't know. And so that does not restore my faith in a black man. It does not. Because it was very hurtful. It's like, I ain't do nothing to you. Like, why you trying to dog me out and I ain't even do nothing to you? I ain't said nothing to you. You see? So it was funny how I had all those great moments when I moved to Texas. I had just a good relationship after good relationship. I was able to remain friends, all this different stuff. Then I get back to Illinois, and then all of a sudden, I'm just a bitch. I'm just a hoe. I'm just a slut. I'm not a good mother. It's every time I come back here, now I'm a criminal. Now I got to go to jail. Now I got tickets. I got warrants. You see what I'm saying? All kind of shit. And it's like, but what I do? Like, when did I do this? Like, how did I do that? Now I want to argue with everybody. Now I got to get put out. I got to fight. I got to do it. It's like, I don't even know what y'all doing. I'm not here for that shit. Like, I'm not here for the drama. And I don't know what part of life was clicking with somebody to think that. And I'm telling y'all, it's always black. Like, and I'm sorry to say it, dude. It's always some black people and a white girl. You see, it always be that way. I'm just like, why don't y'all stop? Think about it. I ain't been here. I don't even know you. So why would the damage, or why would the negativity occur? It shouldn't at all. Okay, so anyway, your competition is your procrastination. Now, when I read this, when I was hurting, and I was like just down in a bad place, this really hurt me. Because I felt like I was in so much pain. I was like trying to get over all the shit I had been through. And I was like, man, I'm procrastinating. I'm going to keep working. I'm procrastinating. I actually like to work. Like, I actually like to move around all day. Like, I don't know if a lot of people do, but that's something I do. Your ego. I don't know if I don't have an ego. I may, but I don't. I just don't care what people do. Well, what people say. The unhealthy food that you're consuming. I don't know. I just ain't never really always been unhealthy. I'm sort of like healthy, and I eat. I eat, but I eat healthy. The knowledge you neglect. And that be the part where it's like, where you got to really look at yourself. The knowledge is where you have to really look at yourself and be like, okay, did I do this or did I not? Is this me or is this not? And usually, yeah, it's you. The knowledge behavior you're nurturing and your lack of creativity. The negative, why do I do it? The negative behavior you're nurturing and your lack of creativity. So the negative behavior is like, I don't know. When I feel like I have been too healthy at some point. My hair started coming out. My body looked good, but my hair started falling out, and I had extreme anemia. But at the time, I could have had also, it could have been a thalassemia, whatever it is, and I didn't know I had it. So nobody was telling me I had that. So anyway, my hair came out when I was extremely healthy. And I still eat sort of the same way. I just sometimes overconsume. I don't eat just 5 cherries now. I eat like 30. I'm being for real. And so then it says compete against that. So I don't know. Again, I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go. It's Shantae Brown Sugar Talks on the Black Unicorns. Have a good day.